when you watch it back, you get to capture so many different things. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it take a couple days to really catch stuff. So I just let it play. It's hard.
For sure. We keep having the
Did you call
conversation.
that a 30 on clips and Lou?
This
See,
conversation ain't
see,
gonna
look,
get nowhere with it.
the only thing, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I mean, yeah, it might be a soft 30, it may be, but the thing is, I know what Lou was experiencing because I lost to Charlie Clips in kind of the same fashion. The only thing was I did not, I didn't have no game tape on him. I didn't have nothing on him to know what he could do or not. He only had one battle up when I took him, and it was in down the street in Harlem, down the street, and man, like right there. So I didn't. I understand Lou, as far as a writer that night, Lou had way better material. But when you're dealing with somebody like Charlie, Charlie is the perfect blend of everything right then and there, and that is very very hard to beat because you're not gonna ever watch Charlie back and say, "Oh, that was so skilled." No, he's gonna hit you right in the head, right here, and that's where it's gonna stay.
You think Lou
So,
had better material than Clips?
no, I'm saying as far as writing, as far as writing, the writing was on Lou. Yes, but it's the only thing that separates the OGs from the newer guys is our experience, man. That's it. That's the only thing because we can look at something and say, okay, how do we do this? How do we handle this kind of rapper? That's it. It's just the experience and time. Over time, he's going to get more experience. He is. He's going to get more experience, and he's going to figure it out. My only advice to Lou was add something inside of that because the thing is that sound is everywhere. So when that sound is everywhere, it's kind of like, okay, how do I define the sound as mine? He got to add something in with it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Especially when you deal with people like Charlie. People like Charlie is very very hard. Like to be honest with y'all, rappers like Charlie. Charlie is probably the the roughest matchup for me because it's tough figuring it. I mean, now I probably could figure it out now, but for me, because of what he brings, he's like the boy next door, and it's kind of like it's kind of hard to put him down. You know what I'm saying? Because he can joke you, and he can do everything else. So he has, but that's just Charlie. That's why it has not been another Charlie. It has not been one. So that's
And
that's the
then
only thing. Yeah,
I know
keep
you
going.
had Cal going in the chest, but
Mhm. Yeah, but the thing is, at the same time, Chess is 22. He got a lot of figuring it out. Cal is seasoned as hell. So it's like, I mean, and this like when I saw this Cal, like man, I was screaming. I thought he was going crazy. It's just like I said, he's so poetic now. It's just hard to me. It's the hardest poetic shit I think I ever heard. And it's just Cal is good for them little slick one line power shots that will break a rib.
that's a
Yes, he
fact.
would.
I
He's
really
slick,
want to
but
see Easy and Cal, bro. That shit gonna be electric.
Easy and Cal would be wild. And it's crazy uh because I've been in front of both of them. Easy is more electric too. He's more up tempo.
Mhm. Mhm.
Cal slows a room down. You see what I'm saying? So it's I think that's the style clash on that would be actually crazy.
I feel Easy would get the battle over Cal. I think
Yeah,
he has.
I mean, ain't no like all this shit is a dice roll, man. It's just probability and a dice roll. So it's nothing wrong with a pick. So like going into the battle, they had an 80-20 chess. You know what I'm saying? It's just a pick. I like him, or this is more current, or this guy is winning now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the fighters, see, it's certain things that y'all know and certain things that we know. We know our sport. Y'all know how it's received. Do if that makes sense to y'all or anything like that. Like we know how to play. We know how to
Mhm.
play and we know what to do. Y'all know how it's perceived because if we're on stage, I'm gonna tell y'all something about a battle rapper. When he get on stage, he already feel like he got some hard shit. But if it's not perceived correctly from y'all eyes, then it's wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yep.
what we know how to do is put it together. That's what we know how to do, and we know how to go on stage and deal with it because a lot of people don't know. You stand on that stage 98% of humans will not be able to stand on that stage and rap and then just know they will not. No, it's not possible. The adrenaline is a lot. So I understand If a person has a jam up moment, the adrenaline, the electricity, the room, the lights, all that matter. All that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't know. Like if you cheer for one person, like I told y'all, and it's documented. Like I said, if you put Surf in a big room and y'all going, it's hard to catch the nigga. Yes, it is. Because the energy, everybody, like I said earlier, the energy y'all giving him will power him. And once he's in momentum, you gotta be a superstar to catch it. And that's something I've always said. Like I don't front on anybody. Like you gotta be a superstar to catch when he get that momentum. Now, not so much when you take him into a small room and nobody's there. These are documented things. You see what I'm saying? So everybody has a strength and a weakness that go on stage. Every single person. Every single person has a strength and a strength, weakness, and a bad matchup problem. Bad matchups for Surf would be goods. That's a bad matchup for Surf.
I
It's a bad.
disagree.
I mean,
I
yeah.
disagree
Hey,
also.
hey, listen. Hey, listen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We'll just bet it. Ain't no big thing.
Right,
I'm
right.
saying,
But no.
yeah.
I want to hear. Can you,
Yeah, we
other
can
than the
definitely
fact
bet
that
that.
they can match aura or swag or star power or whatever, other than that component that they have in common, what else does Goods do equally as good as or better than Surf?
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I have been in front of both of them, so I would kind of probably know, right? So the only difference between Goods and Surf, Goods is damn near bulletproof. You're not knocking the windows out of shit like that. That's one thing about him. Like I say, like Goods' strength is being really bulletproof. Don't forget, Goods has stood in front of some of the wild. I gave him Iron Low like I'm anemic before everybody started stealing it. Of course, that's what they did to me. Right. So I gave him that type of smoke. He still survived it. Like he also took Tay Rock and survived it. He also took T Top and survived. Goods has his power is that everybody has a power. I've been in front of both of these guys at home neither time. I've been there. So I can say who's a more I didn't say who wins. I said rough matchups. Keep that in mind what I just said. That is a
Mm,
rough
okay.
matchup for Surf. That's not but just like I said, like Charlie is a rough matchup for Verb. Everybody has those. There's nobody that does not have a rough matchup. Like, believe it or not, DNA will be a rough matchup for Loaded Lux. This DNA. Not the one he was prior to me taking him. Because after I took him, he changed. These are documented facts. I'm not lying. Right? Nobody can say those things. All right. This DNA will be a rough matchup. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody has niggas that's gonna be that style might hurt me. That style might be this, but it's not a fact. What it is you gotta get on stage and let's see. But I know that is a rough style for him to deal with. That's
Okay.
just a rough style. It is.
Bill, what's up?
Well, now Verb kind of hit the nail on the head. I was gonna say when we watched Goods versus Rock, not saying Rock looked regular, but Rock kind of looked like, I don't know if it's that this nigga just be talking through niggas round, so the crowd just don't be into it as much. But when we watched Rock versus Goods, it shit just looked a little different because it's Goods.
Because good
Nah,
good
Rock was
good
loud
goods
though.
is
I
like
don't know
this.
what you're talking about.
Nah, he
What
did. He
not?
was wild, nigga. Rock got booed.
Yeah,
Like, not saying that equates to a win or a loss,
uh,
but nigga, we've never seen Rock get booed.
I mean, look at it like this, but that's based on the crowd though, based on how it's perceived. That's all it is. So that could be any way.
But that's what I'm trying to say is
That
that's what
Philly
that
crowd was
Goods
going in
had.
about it though, bro.
Yeah. It's you know
So
what it is. At the end of the day, with both of them, like, but that don't mean anything because Tay Rock has knocked the windows out of a lot of shit. Now then, when you take Tay Rock and Danny, their styles are similar. They have the same style, so that's going to be a car crash because they have the same style. Relentless. Danny is relentless. Tay Rock is relentless. That is like that's that. So it's just styles do make the fights. Just because you see one person kill somebody don't mean the next one will. That's not how they work. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, okay, I watched dude kill both of them, so he ain't shit. No, that's not how that works, man. We never saw John take a fall like that.
That's a fact.
And John been here 10 years. See, that's the side the side of actually fighting and going on stage, where we at, all that, we know that better than anybody. No fan can ever tell us nothing about that because we actually have to go do it the same way y'all actually are standing out there watching. Y'all are watching it, so y'all see it. We do it. So those two, like, I can't tell y'all what it feel like in the crowd because I'm not in the crowd. Y'all can't
Right.
tell us what it's like when we're getting ready or when we walk on that stage. Those are two different things. You see what I'm saying?
So, so like, okay, so you said, for example, with like Danny and Av, you just gonna let it be. But don't you feel like, okay, let's start with the first round. Do you feel like there was a choke that Danny had in the first round? I call it a choke. I've heard people trying to mitigate it to a stumble, but it was a choke for me. Like, I think Danny material was good, but I have him choking in the first.
That nigga
Well,
Danny
well,
did. Nigga
well. I
Danny
think
did not choke, man.
yeah,
Stop
like
doing that.
I look at it like
What you
this.
call
Like
it?
I look at it like this. If you quit, to me, I think it's a choke. A mistake can be made when you on stage and your adrenaline running and you got to get it back. You getting it back is not a choke to me. That's just a mistake. Okay, let's tighten it because we at the same time we never saw until Lux versus Cal a nigga forget his whole first round and come back and light up. We never saw that. So that like I don't look at that like that. If he quits, if he says I'm done or that's it, that's a choke to me. That
Okay, so
means
that's your definition of a choke. Okay, so for me, and we all may have different definitions, drugs, but my definition of a choke
No,
is when
you
it's
got a different definition.
no,
Don't
because
say we.
when you quit,
Wait,
to me,
hold on,
choking.
Joyce. Let us
Let
hear
me
P say you
finish.
can rebuttal.
Yeah, so for me, it's not when you quit. For me, a choke is if it's visible that you forgot. Like Danny had to stop and say, "Okay, wait a minute." If you watch, he said it like 3 times. He
Yeah,
repeated the
that's a choke.
bar like 3 different times to try to get his play. Okay, wait a minute. And then when he got it, he said, "Okay, okay, I got it."
oh,
That
okay.
to me
I
is
get
a
you. I get
choke, not a
no, no,
stumble.
no. Look. I can respect that angle of it, but the chest choke.
Yes,
No,
Okay,
he
so
didn't.
he
Chuck
In the
did
choked
not
in the
third,
choke.
third.
Like
Chest
a
choked
month. He
in the
choked in the
third.
third round.
okay,
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, in the
but guess
third he
what?
choked, but when he threw up, he just threw up.
nah,
He
nah,
wasn't
we
gonna
Right,
choke
No,
like
right.
we
that.
not
Yeah, I'm
the
talking
saying. We
about
third.
the
not saying all
third. In
that.
the
We talking
third,
about the
he
third, not
choked.
the first.
Okay,
Yeah.
look, boss, we gotta be 1,000 then because we don't like if Chess goes throw up, we don't know if he forgot. We don't know. We don't know what he's doing. We don't know. It's
What's
no way
good,
to
Drew?
know. Yeah, like we can't say okay he's throwing up and we're gonna just wait. No, you don't know if he back there pretending to throw up and then he's trying to.
Well,
We
I was
don't know.
right there. He was throwing up.
Okay, okay. So what round the third? What about the first one then?
The first
No,
one
no,
was
we
when
said
he threw up. He choked in the third. He choked in the third, but the first one was when he threw up.
Okay, all right. Okay, so things happen. Things. I mean,
Right.
what? Yeah, things happen, but at the same time, we can't be soft because he didn't do that verse easy.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm not giving him a pass. Chess lost.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him a pass.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. You said the chess choke. I'm saying yes, but so
okay.
did Danny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it just depends on how you view it. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you view it. But I look at it like if he pick it back up, let it happen because all of us know. Like if you notice when we on stage, if somebody starts slipping, we don't ever just get all excited. We let them get it back because we know how. If y'all knew how difficult it was to have 9 minutes of raps in your head that you can't make a mistake on, like y'all would understand, bro. Like it's like we get on stage, it's not a Jeezy concert. Y'all don't know the words. We selling y'all brand new shit, man. If y'all
Right.
knew what that was like, then y'all will understand. Like, okay, cool. Just try. I can make a challenge to anybody here. You can't put somebody on stage and let them rap 5 minutes of their own raps in a room without them jamming up. No, they will. The adrenaline, the everybody eyes on you, the lights on you, and that's it. Yeah, most of y'all gonna jam up. 99% of y'all are. So to go on stage is a bold thing. That's why I don't disrespect any of the rappers that go on stage because I know for a fact it takes courage to even walk up that when we're coming backstage, y'all, and we're coming to the stage and we're going back up, your heart rate for the new guys, not for us. For the new guys, their heart rate is sounding like a snare drum because when they walk out and them lights hit them, it's do or die. We've watched tons of guys backstage pacing, sweating and shit, and we be laughing. The vets, we do laugh. We seniors, we laugh at that. Look at the homie. Like we do that because, but it's just a learning experience. So now for the veterans, when we go backstage, we're not nervous. Anticipation, yeah. Nervous, no. That's not our thing. We could be laying down and then they can call. You see what I'm saying? So that's just only over time. But I think Chess still, even though he's young, he still got. I mean, I'm saying Chess's season. He been here since he was 16. He still got
Mm-hmm.
more to grow. He still got more to grow. Like it's just in life, you're gonna grow. Like the person I was at 30, I don't like him now because I know who I was. Because I know the way my brain. That's why when I talk to the little homies and I talk to the rappers, anybody like that, I tell them because I've been in that world before. You haven't been to mine yet, so I can
Right.
come. If I say I've been where you are, so I know how that goes. You haven't been here yet, so you can look back at yourself and say, I am making a major mistake because I didn't like who I was at 30 years old. Because, I mean, now looking back, because I knew all the mistakes I was making, period. But you're not going to see that till you get to another age and you can go look back and say, damn, I am tripping. So if I see somebody that's about to hit a wall and I'm going to say, hey, bro, you probably shouldn't do that.
No, that's
But
a fact. What you
yeah,
got,
that's.
Millie?
I just wanted to ask Verb,
Mhm.
who do you think would be, even though you battle easy already, who is the who do you have to put more effort into the battle? Easy, or I'm seeing this thing with Rum Nitty. Like
Oh,
who
what? Honestly, to be real with you, what's your name, bro? I hate not saying nobody's name when they talk.
Melly, Mel, you can
No.
just call me Mel,
All
same
right,
thing.
so Mel, my man. Honestly, to keep it a thou out with you, um, taking when I took easy, it's a new thing for me because it's just come from sitting back and learning the game. Like a lot of times we get trapped in our minds of who we are and we don't understand the world change. That's i.e. when you see a nigga come home from jail and his shirt all extra long and shit, he's trapped in a mind. Sometimes we get trapped in a mind. So when I just recreated everything that I normally do, I'm just going to turn it around and I'm taking it from a different perspective. So Veezy, when he took easy, that's a prototype move. Let me see how this goes. Okay, now it's mastered. So when you, I can't say who is gonna be a tougher thing because I got to be in front of them first. I don't want to
Well, that's
say
what I'm
what.
saying.
Yeah.
Like your approach,
All fights different.
your approach to easy battle. Say you lock yourself in the room. What do you do now for Rum, being that they have his pen on this high level? Like, do you got to go sit in the mountains? Like what?
Nah.
Like, no,
Well,
it's
you
just
know,
same.
My man said go sit in the
well,
mountains.
well, to keep it to keep it
Wow.
real with you, like the person that I was does not live here no more. The mental capacity, everything has been restarted. My thought process is different. The format is different. Everything is going to be totally different. So I can't say I feel like a brand new rookie again. That's just seasoned because I now it's like let me try these things. See, a lot of times we don't want to try different shit. We don't want to try. We want the world to stay the same of what we are. But that we got to realize, and it's hard for a lot of seasoned guys to realize. 13, 14 years ago, the average fan now is between 21 and 25. Take away 14 years ago, what was he?
Facts, and that's the one thing I gave you credit for. Like I do give you credit for being a vet, being able to get in there and hang with them, regardless if people see or feel like you won or lost. You feel me? Just a simple fact of being competitive in today's rap game, as far as battle rap. Like I do give you credit for that. You know what
It's
I'm saying?
hard. It's hard, bro.
Oh,
To keep it real with you, it's straight hard, and,
facts.
and it's something that my peers are going to figure out over time. It's like because it's just so different now than it was then. It's just too. But I figured it out now. Okay, now I get it. Okay, now okay, I understand. This is what this is. Okay, I got you now because I'm a person that once you tell me and I learn and I see, okay, cool, I got you. Then I know okay, I'm gonna play like this here because at the same time when we first came in, Mook and them was coming off their era of how they played. You see what I'm saying? Then they had to run into our speed of it. It changed. Then the next era it changed. So it's like being able to still be around and compete with anybody is a thing. That's like LeBron in 20th season. He's averaging 30. He's averaging 30. He shouldn't have to. But that's a testament to who he is as an athlete. That means that's a bad motherfucker because he synced them all come in. He's matched up with everybody who was somebody. Yeah, so that's the main goal for me in battle rap is to be able to say I have matched up with every single style of every single thing. It's because like when you're getting ready, it's like figuring out a Rubik's cube. How do I come at him? This is not gonna work. That's why you'll see a lot of times we change the attack because it this don't fit him, and this might not fit him. That might not work here. You see what I'm saying? So it's that's the fun part about battle rap because it's really putting together a puzzle.
Yo, Verb, one more thing, man. How
Mhm.
do I get some of my merch to you, man?
Just
I've
just
been
uh just uh just DM me too. Just DM me and I'll send you the shit.
I threw that was Sean wearing my jacket, man. Shout out
Oh yeah,
Sean, man.
hey, Shine was looking fresh as a bitch. He was looking fresh, boy. I was like, oh, okay, because it's good to see Shine outside too, and a lot of people is jumping off him, but he's gonna figure it out. He's a veteran. It's just we got to figure it out. And the only
That's
thing
a fact.
the only thing with Shine is now you have 4 or 5 options of that sound. You see what I'm saying? That's the
That's a fact.
yeah. It's like with Shine Sound, we got 4 other guys we can pick for it. So it's like now it's like okay, he should all he gonna do is revamp it because we watch Shine become different Shines too. You see what I'm saying? Like the Shine from 2009 is not the Shine that I took, and the Shine I took is not the one that's now. So in this, you have to kind of evolve and figure it out. It's just like a computer. It's just like a computer. You got to download what you need to download and figure out how to still be you in this setting.
No, that's a fact. So do y'all? I think pretty much all of y'all except Av. I don't think I ever seen Av choke, but all of y'all have had battles where y'all have choked or stumbled and forgot
Mm-hmm.
y'all words. So, as from our perspective, from a fan's perspective, do y'all get upset when we get upset about y'all choking?
Well, you know what? It's just things. It just depends on how mentally you're locked in. Like my turnover rate is very very low, very very low. I haven't been on stage 60 times and my shit is very very low because of the training that I try to put in while getting ready. You see what I'm saying? While getting ready, the things I do, I try to up my distractions so I can stay locked in on stage. Just like for instance, if I'm going through rounds, I'm gonna turn on everything in the house. I'm gonna turn
Right.
on everything because I need to be able to stay locked in. One sound, if you're not over locked in, one sound, one bump, one glass break can throw everything off. We've seen that happen hundreds of times.
The fan reaction do it every time. The
Every
motherfucker.
time it can, because look, if that's what I was saying earlier, it's overwhelming when y'all give the reaction. The shit is like like I'm trying to explain it, but I wish y'all could just jump inside of one of us and then we just on stage. You could feel that shit ain't no joke, bro. That's how I know energy is real. That's how I know it because it hits you. Soon as it's 5,000 people and they that shit runs through you. So you gotta calm your mind down and stay focused. That shit powerful. That's how I know that human beings are so energy based, bro. They have to be because we feel it. You can walk in a room and feel the energy of a room or who in there. You can.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. But
Yeah.
when we decide, like we're watching Av and Danny, when Caffeine asks us to pick who we thought won, or when a battle drops on the app and we tap in the reactions or we tap in who we thought won, and for those of us who actually bet on the battles, we have to take those things into play. Like drugs don't feel like Danny choked. I feel like it was a choke. So if we're trying to decide who won in Danny versus Av, those are the things that we have to analyze. Av got,
Ah,
you
yeah, I
see
get
what I'm saying?
you. Okay, yeah, because see, that's a technical. That's from a technical aspect, though. So see, that's the hardest thing about battle rap is like you will not be able to fully say anybody won anything. It's just no way because everything hit people differently. Like some of the people y'all like, I might not like. Y'all might not
Okay.
like what I'm doing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So it's hard to say what a person like. Then don't forget you're gonna have some people that's just gonna go on there and pick the other nigga regardless because they don't like the other one. That's gonna happen
Now
too.
that's a fact.
That's a
Yeah. So
fact.
so
That's a
I
fact.
wouldn't even. I
The
wouldn't take
niggas do
no.
that a lot.
Yeah, I'm not taking no bet on the app. Like that's was broke. You see what I'm saying? The momentum kept getting broken. You know what I'm saying? But the material was hard though. Material was
Right,
hard.
right. Okay, cause just to clear up on what drugs have with the boss, cause she's
Mm.
saying Danny choked, but he's saying he feel like he didn't choke. So I'm asking like how I missed the first round because
Mm.
the shit was acting up. So
Mm.
how long was it of Danny that he stopped for a little bit and then got it back? Like what would you
I didn't.
consider that?
I didn't see it though. Like for me,
So
yeah.
Well,
Like
that shit was like
but
3
she
seconds,
can though. She
2
can. She
seconds.
can. I'm sorry. Go
he
ahead. What you
said I can replay it in the space. It was longer than 3 seconds for sure. Danny said the bar, and then he stopped. And then he said it again, and then he stopped, and then the crowd went, oh, and
saying?
then Ab raised his hand like quiet down, and then you watch. If you're looking at the footage, you see Danny mouthing the same bar over and over again, trying to find his spot. Then he said, okay, I got it.
Okay. Okay.
And
But look.
then he
But look.
proceeded to spit the rest of his round. That to me is a choke.
Yeah. But Chess did that too though.
Right, and chest choke.
Oh,
No,
okay.
but hold on.
Well,
No,
then shit. There
wait,
you
I'm
wait,
go.
hold
You
on,
keeping
keep
the
it
hold
at
on.
same
100. Then. There
energy
you
Wait,
go.
across the
boss.
board.
Wait, boss, hold on real quick. When Danny did it, was this as bad as Chess's though? Chess
No,
that
no,
shit
no, it
lasted for
wasn't.
like 2 minutes.
No. It was not as bad as then. It was not as bad as chess. There are levels to chokes. You can have a really bad, twerk versus real name type of situation. You can have a chess third round, or you can have a Danny. They're all chokes. It's just some chokes are worse than others. We
I
not
thought
gonna act like it ain't
everybody,
levels.
I thought everybody was good though, sir. I mean, Queen.
We counting the crowd stopping him though, like because if he trying to go and the crowd stopping him,
But not the
If
Danny.
if while the crowd is stopping him, he's still mouthing the exact same bar, trying to remember his round. That
But
is a choke, Spills.
the boss, but you gotta also account in professionalism. Like if you keep rewinding it back and you get it, I don't consider that a choke because it was professional how he did it. He didn't say, "Oh my gosh," or he didn't say, "What the fuck, I lost it." No, he just kept bringing his thing back until he caught it.
Right. Well, and if you want to give him credit for that, you absolutely have the right to. But when I am determining a winner of the round, I'm not saying Danny was trash or ass for that. I thought Danny's first round was good. But when you're talking about who won round one, you have Av that had really good material that he got off cleanly and polished, and then you have Danny who also had really good material, but he had a choke and or stumble, whatever you want to call it. When you are determining a winner,
You got to
you
count that
have
in.
to
You got to
analyze
factor
those
that in.
types of things. I'm not saying Danny's ass because he did that. I'm saying Av got the round because that happened.
That's
So you saying if that would never happen, Ab would have never got the round? That's what you're
No,
saying?
I still had Av getting around. I
Okay.
still had Av getting around. But I'm saying if you wanted to say that round was super close, let's say somebody said, man, both of them had really good first round. So I'm going to edge it either way. When you edge it, if that's what you're going to call it, you have to edge it to Av because Av had no slip ups, none.
To me personally, I won that first round anyway. Slip up or not, he won that first round.
I agree. I agree. So how did y'all feel about, and they look like Verb either getting disconnecting or maybe he got a call, I don't know. But I wanted to ask him how he felt about Danny's third. I personally did not like Danny's third round at all.
That nigga
I
Danny
liked
spent
it. I
the
just feel like he
hour
was
on that
dragging
shit.
that shit too much.
Yeah, for him to have dedicated a whole entire round to that, it didn't hit at all to me. Not even a little bit. So I don't know.
yeah,
But
Hey,
that's a
Drugs,
waste.
hey,
you
It
in
was a
there?
good
Drop
battle,
that
though. It
shit.
was a great battle,
So
Drugs, what
though.
you thought
Good
what's up?
about
battle.
it?
What's up, Yoshi?
hey, respect to all y'all, yo. Thanks for pulling up, Verb. You know what I mean? This is a moment for us. Battle rap before breakfast. We got G Wiz in here. Boss, thanks for holding it down. AP, thanks for holding it down. Josh is part of Battle Rap Before Breakfast too. Verb, thanks for pulling up, man. We just wanted to. This was a positive post. It wasn't nothing negative to coming out of this. As a community, as the spaces, we wanted to take this opportunity just to shine light on the moment and try to get this shit situated in the right way. So we appreciate you for pulling up. We definitely gonna change the topic. Hopefully we got some answers out of Verb. We appreciate you, know what I mean, being able to answer questions for us as well. Salute to you for that. We want to change the topic over to King versus Queens. If anybody want to talk about that, I mean, let's switch this up. This was very positive for the community. Hopefully, we can continue and get this shit positive and stay on a positive note. You feel me? Just for battle rap, because we all want to see great battles and not shit happen where the battles not get ended and shit like that. You feel me? So appreciate y'all. Summer coming up, shit getting hot. Let's simmer this shit down so we can have a great summer. You feel me?
For sure.
That's a fact.
And
Maddie,